Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Simplify LLC channel. Today we are going to share how to start an LLC in New York. If you're new here, please like and subscribe to get notifications when we post more helpful tips regarding your LLC. All right, let's begin. Forming an LLC is essential to protect your small business and personal assets. A limited liability company, or LLC, is a business structure whose owners are called members. Today, we're talking about creating one in the state of New York. Step 1 is naming your business. Be flexible when selecting a name for your business, just in case the name you want isn't available. When choosing your name, it's important to check with the New York Department of State to learn which words are prohibited for business names. For example, you cannot include the word bank or education without first getting approval. To find out if the name you are considering is available, search the New York State Business Entity Database to see if any existing businesses are using the name you want to use or a similar name. If it's not distinguishable from an existing business's name, your request may be rejected. To confirm that the name you want to use is available, you have to submit a request to the New York Division of Corporations and pay a $5 name search fee for each submission. Hopefully, the Department of State will confirm your name is available. You'll have to pay an additional fee if you want to reserve the name for 60 days. Your business name is essential for branding and marketing purposes. You should select a name that easily identifies your business to customers without confusing it with another. But your business name must end with the words Limited Liability Company or have the LLC abbreviation. If you want to operate under a different business name than the one listed on your LLC filing, you need to file a certificate of assumed name in New York State. Let's move on to step 2. New York LLCs and any out-of-state LLCs conducting business in the state of New York are required to appoint a registered agent. Also known as a corporate or statutory agent, they would accept important documents by mail, like tax correspondence and legal notices, on behalf of your company during regular business hours. The New York Secretary of State serves as the new LLC's registered agent by default. If you are a state resident, you can choose to be your registered agent or hire a professional service and use their address to receive important business documents. So, should you choose to be your LLC's registered agent or select a service? Well, if you choose to serve as your registered agent and primarily do business from your home address is tied to the business, meaning your home address becomes public information. You just might get more marketing or junk mail from companies who purchase mailing lists from the Secretary of State than official legal or tax documents. Also, family, neighbors, and friends may witness you being served with legal papers, which could prove embarrassing. You also will have to update your address with the Secretary of State anytime you move. But you must choose and appoint your registered agent, or you risk losing your status and the protection it provides. You would also miss tax and compliance deadlines or be unaware that your business is being sued. You've appointed your registered agent, and it's time to move on to step 3, filing your LLC's Articles of Organization. This document and state filing fee is required to officially create your LLC as a separate entity. It will document your business address, county of operation, owner and member names, and the contact information for your registered agent. As an LLC member, you must also file a biennial statement every 2 years to remain in good standing, or your business could be suspended. Check with the New York Department of State for a template you can use to provide this information. You may also draft your copy of the Articles of Organization as long as the document provides the same EIN included in the New York Department of State template. While you can form an LLC on your own, it is recommended that you consult an attorney because the Articles of Organization is a legally binding document. You can file it online, mail it, fax it, or present it in person at the New York Department of State in Albany, New York. Companies located in New York are considered a domestic New York LLCs, and companies formed in other states are deemed foreign LLCs. Foreign limited liability companies can apply to do business in the state by filing an application for authority and a certificate of existence from the company's jurisdiction dated within a year. We mentioned the EIN earlier. Well, getting your EIN, or Employer Identification Number, from the IRS is step 4. An EIN is like a social security number for your business. When you open a bank account or apply for business credit, you'll need it. Applying online is easy and you can use it immediately. When you file, you'll have to select your business structure for federal income tax purposes. to tell the IRS how you want your LLC to be taxed. This could be a sole proprietorship if you have a single member LLC, or a corporation if you have a multi-member LLC. The most basic tax treatment is the sole proprietorship, and it doesn't require additional tax forms since any profits or losses are listed on the member's personal tax return. There are benefits to choosing to be taxed as an S corporation. LLC members only pay half of the self-employment tax, but profits and losses are passed through to the members' personal tax returns. While choosing a C corporation is also possible, many business owners don't do this because of the double taxation. Business profits are taxed twice, when the company pays income taxes and then again when distributions are made to shareholders. While we're talking about taxation, you should know that New York LLCs must also file and pay state taxes. You must not commingle funds between your personal finances and the finances of your LLC. Let's say you pay for business items out of your personal checking account or vice versa. This could imply that your LLC isn't truly a separate entity. If you commingle funds and get sued, you could lose the asset protection provided by the LLC, and your personal assets can be at risk of loss in a lawsuit. Use your EIN to file your business tax returns to ensure your business finances are separated from your personal finances and that you don't violate the rules that LLC members have to follow. All right, you're almost there. Next is step 5 is preparing your LLC operating agreement. In New York State, LLC members must create and file an operating agreement within 90 days of filing the Articles of Organization. This governs the authority and responsibility of members. It also outlines how to handle ownership changes and distribute profit and losses between members. You don't have to file this internal document with the state, but you should have one in place so all members have guidance on handling business transactions. Next, you'll complete the LLC publication requirement. Under New York State LLC law, new LLCs must publish a notice in 2 newspapers for 6 consecutive weeks in a daily newspaper and a weekly newspaper. There is a fee for this service due to the publishing newspapers designated by the county where your LLC is formed. The county clerk can tell you which newspapers are acceptable. The alternative to this is to publish a notice about the formation of your LLC that includes the same information in the Articles of Organization. The LLC's name and address must be identical to how it was filed with the county. Remember that your business name and address become public information. So if you used your home address in your LLC filing, your address would be published in the newspapers. After you provide the notice and pay the publication fee, the publisher will give you an affidavit of publication that you must provide to the New York Department of State and the filing fee. This publication requirement must be fulfilled within 120 days of forming your LLC. Suppose your LLC is a theatrical production company. In that case, you don't have to fulfill the publication requirement as long as you include the words Limited Liability Company in the name of your LLC. The publication fees in New York City can be substantially higher than in neighboring cities. If you select a registered agent service with an address outside of the city, you can take advantage of lower publishing rates. Once you've filed your LLC filing paperwork, you will get a receipt from the New York Department of State. You must make sure that the information is accurate. You also have to keep your filing receipt in a safe place, as the Department of State won't reissue filing receipts for misplaced or destroyed receipts. Lastly, you must now open a New York business bank account. To remain LLC compliant, you need to keep your business and personal finances separate, so you need your business checking account. It's also easier to manage your accounting and taxes when you're only dealing with business transactions. Remember that your LLC must be registered with the state to open your business bank account, and you must have an EIN. Now, other things are required depending on the type of business you operate. Businesses that sell physical products will need a sales tax certificate of authority. This needs to be filed with the New York Department of Taxation of Finance at least 20 days before making a sale. You then have to collect sales tax or 4% and any local tax amounts for each product you sell, and files a sales tax return each month, quarter, and year. Remember, if you don't make any sales, you have to file the sales tax return to avoid failure to file penalties. You also have to display your certificate of authority at your place of business, even if you operate from home. If you are shipping products to other states, you'll also be responsible for collecting and paying sales tax in each state. Depending on your industry, you may need a business license or permit. Check with your county or borough to determine if your LLC requires a permit or license to operate. So that's it. It's that simple to file your LLC in New York State. Thanks for watching today, and good luck with your LLC. To find more about starting and operating your business, check our link in the description below. There you will find helpful business startup resources and guide. Please like and subscribe, and we do love reading your comments and answering your questions, so feel free to do just that. We will see you next time.